didn't think it was 2 in a row. No.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
The shocks were 10-8-68. Henley 15-7-97.
Yeah, according to plan, I would have thought.
Yep, Henley just in a nice cute little double chance position and perhaps threatening more than everyone said Mitchell Park, Tea Tree Gully all year. I'd say Henley might be a real smoky. And they were the team that knocked off Mitchell Park.
Yes, no, they're always, the season D's are always, they've got depth out there, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And the next one was Smithfield 13-6-84, Modbury 9-17-71. That's poor kicking.
That is poor kicking.
That is poor.
I've got nothing else.
That is poor kicking.
Wow. FM.
I can see how you don't feel threatened about it.
Saving himself for today's half-time address, maybe. Angle Vale 10-8-68 and Tea Tree Gully 16-13-109.
That's a big win for them. That's good, secure, a double chance.
Yeah, it has now effectively, and yeah, at Angle Vale as well. Should they come against Angle Vale in the finals, they know they've beaten them at home. So, all right, we'll go with tips, boys, on Div 7. I reckon we'd be due for another Div 7 guest in the finals, so we'll hit Div 7 heavily in the finals. Next week, it's Tea Tree Gully and Sacred Heart at Perteringa Oval. I think just Tea Tree Gully would be too strong.
Yeah, Gully's easy.
Yep. Modbury and Angle Vale at Modbury. The team that wins the centre clearances will win the game, because by the time the ball comes out, it's going to be heavy and mudded up and bogged. It's going to take a fair transition to get it from one end to the other. So Angle Vale to win the clearances and win the game.
Yeah, Angle Vale for me.
Just.
All right. North Pines and Smithfield at North Pines, bit of a local derby type thing. North Pines.
Yeah, lay down Misère.
I wouldn't go lay down Misère. I think it'll be a very, very good game. North Pines in round 18 are traditionally, I know I've come up against them before, are generally very good. So North Pines for mine.
Yep, and then you got the Mitchell Park and Flinders Uni. You would think Dutchy, that'd be pretty well laid down.
You would think so, but I know Mitchell Park were considering resting a few, but I would have thought over the last fortnight's events, I wouldn't have thought you'd flirt with form going in the finals.
They could rest about 7 players and still win that, I reckon.
Yeah, did you just do Mitchell Park
whilst
we were on? Interesting one, just on that one, Nate McDonald, 85 goals for the year. You'd think they'd slot him up at full forward and hope that he gets maybe... he kicked 15 last time against the Crabs. Being at Mitchell Park, slot him up there. Hopefully, he should get double figures.
Probably be the first player to get 100 goals this year.
Possibly the only one in the minor round who can get 15 today.
Yeah.
I reckon get him a dozen, that way the pressure's off in the finals.
Yeah.
You know, because he will kick a few in the finals, and you don't want it to be a distraction. And Henley and Flinders Park, sorry if you've done it already, did you do it?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But I would think Henley will win that.
Yes.
They're playing better football at the moment.
And Flinders Park Seagrove will hit Mad Monday like champs.
Yeah, with Louis Collado, I bet you.
No worries. Now we're going to go on to last week's Division 6 results. Dutchy, if we could get a little bit more of a comment at this stage, because you've seen everyone and everything, and first thing we're going to start with is Phil Hall, leading the entire league now with 87 goals. I heard you talk about him on Grassroots and describe him. Just for those people that, I can't believe some people don't watch Grassroots, but apparently one or two have missed it this year. Perhaps the fact it goes for nearly an hour. Tell me about Phil Hall.
Undersized forward, plays tall, great hands, very quick, got a great turn of speed, gets a lot of goals for turning blokes inside out. But like I said, he's an undersized forward, but takes a towering mark, that's for sure. Very smart.
Would he be a massive chance to win your best and fairest?
I've got to ask this during the week about our best and fairest, and he's in a mix of about 6 or 7 that I honestly can't split.
Yeah, interesting. We'll do last week's results. If you can, now, actually, just before we do last week's results, looking at the premiership table, Woody South have secured first. We all agree on that, don't we?
Yeah.
Because this is the excitement of this division. It is the division where we've got 7 teams who could think they win a premiership. Trinity 11-6, 57%. Will get a double chance, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mawson Lakes 11-6 percentage of 54.35 look very likely to have the other double chance.
I got a big one today against Blackfriars.
Yeah. So it's the Colonel Light Gardens game against Trinity is going to be huge. I mean, Mawson will be barracking for Trinity. Yep. Colonel Light Gardens at 10-7, and Blackfriars 10-7 taking on, as mentioned, Mawson Lakes again.
Yeah, critical.
You'd be barracking for Mawson Lakes.
Correct. for the first time in my life.
Yeah, I reckon Dino and the Riddler will go head to head today, and that's going to be a good game.
Moving along, David. We'll get back to the games. Lockleys 9 and 8, again 52.98%. They take on Ingle Farm at Ingle Farm in round 18. Again, go you farm boys, I dare say.
Yes, Nosey and the boys. Yeah.
And Central United have Woodville South, but Woodville South will rest players today, and it's at Central United.
Correct.
So it is, we'll obviously cover those games a lot more deep, but look, your percentage is good, 52.54. So all you can do today is go out and win well and hope for the best.
I'll just get our guys in a mindset that we can only control what we can, and that's the outcome of our game. So we go into that. Look, we get the points and just hope things go our way. But like I said, there's no point us, occupying our minds with the outcome of other results, and just worry about what we can control, and we'll take it from there.
Yep. Alright, last week's results then were, in fact, Woodville South 14-13-97, Ingle Farm 8-9-57, Woody South by 40 points.
Margin, probably a bit surprising. I would have thought, probably a bigger win to Woody South, but credit to Knowles, Ingle Farm, they never chuck in the towel, so.
Yep. Nope. Lockley 16-22-118, Houghton District 6-10-46.
Always on the cards.
Yeah, Lockleys have improved over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah,
they're playing pretty good footy.
They've been fairly tidy all year though.
Yeah, I think that was I think they lost 6 in a row before that one. I think.
Thanks. Just discredit Dave a little there. The way he does it himself.
Thanks, Dutchy. You stick the bucket back on your head, don't you?
Cairn Light Garden 17-11-113, Mawson Lakes 14-8-92.
That's a huge shock for me. We had Colonel Light the week before, and I'm sure their coach Zed would agree with me that they did not fire a shot. They did not fire a shot.
What was funny, Dutchy, the antics that you see in this. Russell Hart's arse just entered the studio. Or it could have been his face.
He's there. But so it was a big turnaround by them at home to go Mawson Lakes, so that was a surprise for me.
Yep. Adelaide Uni 5-1-31, didn't fire too many shots at Trinity, 17-23-125.
Yes.
Their season's gone.
Yes. They've beaten us twice, Adelaide Uni.
That's and that's the disappointing thing about your season is you've beaten everyone that we haven't expected you to beat, and then you drop some easy ones.
Well, we've lost 8 for the year, and 5 of them are to teams below us.
And there's only 3 teams below.
Correct.
Yeah. So Houghton beat you, didn't they?
Yes.
And Ingle Farm were beating you.
Our biggest loss of the year was the Houghton. 103 points, I think it was.
And that was early, wasn't it?
Round 2.
Yeah. Blackfriars 10-13-73, Century United 21-18-144. The Dutchy train goes toot.
Yes, it wasn't as easy a battle as that scoreline suggests. Actually, well, it didn't feel like that on the day, but look, we were good. Everything I asked of the boys pre-game, during the game was, apart from three-quarter time, I had a bit of a speech that some people thought was a bit R-rated, but that's what you got to do to get the best out of your charges sometimes, and we left with the points.
Did you do it naked, or was it just verbally aggressive, or language was colourful? Or?
Probably a bit of colourful language. Yeah.
David Parkin job.
Deal with it. Jeez. I mean, you coach at men, not boys.
That's correct.
And
sometimes with my side, I'm not too sure.
Men from Elizabeth, I think they might have some colourful language. So just on Div 6, we've already plugged the absolute bejesus out of the Favola at Ingle Farm. Next one I want to talk about, Rexy Hunt from Houghton. Apparently today is his last game. You would have coached against him specifically, personally yourself. So congratulations to Rexy for a great job at Houghton. Tell us a little bit about the great man.
Rexy's been there for 3 or 4 years now, and just obviously I don't know the circumstances, but obviously this season hasn't been a great one for him to go out on.
Leaving on good terms, I believe.
No, he's a real approachable bloke, always keen for a chat and that. So I wish Rexy all the best in his future endeavours. Yep.
Have you bumped heads with Rexy at all over the years, David?
No, I haven't. But great career he's had. Loyal to the club, so.
I know Hosey went down and visited him one day last year, so yeah. Look, let's get on to, there's a lot of talk about you, Shaun, on the internet, everywhere.
Yes.
Last time we talked about the fact you jumped on top of the white horse, you rode the white horse, apparently you pulled your head in a bit until a few weeks ago and had the flu all week, but then thought it'd be a good idea to head out Friday night. And you're making phone calls at 9:24 with a head in your bucket. The head in the bucket.
Well. No, it wasn't going well.
And still went out and played the next day. Got best on ground as awarded by yourself in the B grade, and didn't speak to the missus for 7 days apparently.
I think it was the other way around. I wasn't one of her most favourite blokes going around. No, it wasn't Friday night. It was Friday afternoon. It was. I got caught up with some senior work colleagues, and I had no choice.
Okay, yeah, a bit of peer group pressure.
Yeah,
That's
In actual
right.
fact, the name Holland gets around. There's a Holland at Mawson Lakes too. He's related to you, I believe.
Oh, brother, yeah. He's
And
no good, though.
on Facebook, some of the stuff he sent me, it's been ordinary. Some ordinary stuff he sent me. But
What's his name again?
Jamie.
Jamie. Yeah,
oh, Jamie, yeah, got a new Bambino too.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there's heaps of photographs.
Actually, it's funny you talk about this. I seen him in Elizabeth City Centre yesterday with his lovely partner, and if looks could kill, he was dead. And I wondered what was happening. He sent me a message, and he went out and pulled an all-nighter the night before. So he's also into it, into his holes.
He sent me a great one a few weeks ago.
No.
The one him standing there, Starkers. Did you get that one?
No,
I wasn't sure whether it was
I
him
don't
or
do
her.
Facebook.
No, he doesn't. Mel does though, thankfully.
Yeah, she does.
So I can still sling stuff in. Morning, Russell. How are you this morning?
He's got his pants back on.
Isn't that nice?
So are we doing this week, Scott?
Just 1 second, please, Russell.
Okay. Fred?
Yes, it is indeed 100.5 FM at 10:31am. You're listening to myself, Greenie, and the great man Shaun Dutchy Holland, the coach of Century United Football Club. On a beautiful day, it's going to be 14 degrees with a few showers.
Yeah.
70% chance of rain. Rainfall amount probably 1 to 3 millimetres.
Yeah, exactly. You get goals in the first half because I reckon it'll be a wet second
Wear
half.
your long stocks, mate.
Yeah, you might need long stocks.
Right. Just before we do this week's games, Shaun, obviously coming up is a big event. It's the Div 3 to Div 8 medal, which you would consider yourself somewhat of an expert. Obviously, we do all the medals. Have you heard who's hosting that?
No.
Me! On the MC, we're trying to revamp the format and get it interesting.